Hey guys, here today with a Tera kind of personal review and opinion and first impressions. I've played the game a little bit while I was downloading it. Got a warrior to level 5. The only two characters I've actually played is warrior and lancer, and I tried out a sorcerer for about 2 minutes. But yeah, so this is a character creation screen, or character screen altogether. You can check your servers, create character, delete them, and whatever. Make a new character today for the video. Now, these are the races. In the races, there is obviously humans like every other MMO. We've got the male, female versions. I like the character models in this game, they look rather nice, as well with the graphics. The Castanic, they're demon kind of characters, they look really cool. They look like they kind of got a dark background. The male and female once again. They're both character models look nice. Look at that A-Man after this. The A-Man they kind of look like they're warrior bred for combat, and that's all. Big, bulky. We got male, female. The Pt-1 next. Kind of little furry creatures, kind of look like beavers. We never played one, but they look kind of like a good guy, I guess. Stereotypical good guy in a video game. You can make them look different. Like, obviously you got a little panda looking guy here and different characters looking here. You can make them all look different. The Ellen. Oh yeah, and the Pt-1 also comes in just male. Obviously. The Ellen, they just come in female. They're kind of like small dwarf creatures, as of the Pt-1, and yeah. They just dress up like bunnies. You can they dress up, they get different ears and tails and stuff in the character creation. Yeah, obviously as you can see through the little picture here, it's different to what the character model looks like, so you can change them entirely. Baraka, they're only male class or race. These guys look really cool. They make good priests. And they're pretty bulky, fat looking. A high elf as the male and female, or female and female by looks. The character models for the elves look just like every other elf. Nice, skinny, whatever. For this video I might try one of these. Now, for the classes, we have first the warrior, and in normal games you'd expect the warrior to be kind of like be able to take a lot of hits and dish out the same amount of damage, but in this they're more of a DPS class for a change. They have dual swords, as you can see, and they can be a tank, pretty effective once they're leveled up, but not just normal tank. They dodge the attacks, like it says evasion tank. And yeah, they have leather armor, simple looking armor, not bad. Got Lancer next. They have lance and shield. They are the main tanks of the game, and they can take a lot of damage. They have metal armor for the more protection, and they can take the damage, they can dish a little bit out, but not as much as some of the other classes. The Slayer, they are two-handed swordsmen, dish out massive damage, but they only have leather armor, so they can't, and they also have low amounts of HP and defensive skills compared to some of the other classes. But yeah, they can dish out some massive damage. They have some charge skills, like charge them up and do little like tornado kind of swirls with your sword, etc. The Berserker, another two-handed melee. These guys have more armor than the Slayer previously, so they can take more hits and don't actually know if they can dish out more damage, but yeah, I know they can dish out a lot, and they have a lot of charge skills as well. Sorcerer, your basic damage dealing mage. They can do a fair bit of damage, as I've seen some gameplays in game. They have simple cloth armor, so they're not very tanky, but they're supposed to sit back and support the battle more than just fight themselves. Archer apparently is one of the easiest classes to play. They can do a lot of damage, and they don't even have to be close to the target, so that's a nice class. So yeah, the Archer, with the damage, they can do a lot of damage over, like, they can keep doing the same amount of damage, a decent amount of damage. They also have some skills that can do massive damage, like when they're activated, etc. Leather armor, so not the best protection, but not the worst. Priest, they're the main healers in the game. They can also do some damage, but not quite that much. They're more of a support class for the healing. They have the cloth armor, so they're not perfect, not that great in battles, like one-on-one versus enemies, but yeah, they're there to support the team and heal. Mystic, they're another healer, but they're not as effective at the healing as the priests are. These guys can also do a bit more damage than the priests, so they're kind of like an all-round class with the cloth armor, so they're not as effective at healing as a priest, and not as effective as the damage as, say, an archer, but they can do a bit more of both. This video I might try out an archer. Haven't made one yet. Obviously you have your preset builds. You can see these little creatures can be anything: cats, dogs, rabbits, cheetah, leopard thing, whatever that is, raccoon looking thing, and yeah. But you have your presets. You can customize their tail. That's pretty cool, I guess. All these different tails. You can change their face to however you want. Smoking a cigar, pipe. I like it. So it has a decent amount of customization so far. Some of the other customizations are really nice. I like it. Hey, let the one go smoking a cigar. Adornments, they're kind of like, well, normal characters, they're like tattoos and makeup. For these guys, I guess it's, yeah, things like this. And eye makeup, etc. Let's go for whatever this does. Fine details. There is a lot of details that you can put in this. See the bone structure, eyes, nose, mouth, and ears, and you can change almost anything. Make it look how stupid and how funny you want it to look. With the outfit, this kind of basically shows you the character in its armor groups, or the class, sorry, and its own armor groups. But it always starts off with the basic one. The voice you can change. They all sound like humans though, so it's a bit silly. Let's change his name. Tullio. Anyways, I had to restart my game after my game crashed, but I got the guy with the pipe again, and this time I gave him massive eyes, just because why not. Here we have Tulio. Now, before I actually get into the game, I'll just say a bit about the background of the game and what the combat and stuff's like when I get to it, etc. So the game, it's recently, is in February, I believe, went to a free-to-play MMORPG game. As you can probably tell by the way the character creation and the way the game looks. It's quite a nice looking game. It uses Unreal Engine, so it runs smooth, nicely. Yeah. So after the game ran free to play, there was obviously a lot more people joined on it, but the game has actually been out for about a year and a half, somewhere around there. I don't personally know exactly, but around that time, I believe. Obviously, being a free-to-play game, it's not going to be everything that an MMO could have, but it is a damn good job for one. Tell you that, I love the game. I've only played it for about half an hour all up. So yeah. It comes up with this screen straight away. Prologue or not, if first time playing the game, I recommend the prologue. It does help you out a bit, but it starts you off as level 20. It gives you like an idea of how the class plays and stuff. Gives you a few different scenarios, like a questing scenario, a battle scenario with different abilities, whatever. Island of Dawn, that's the main area, like the first starting area. Sorry, not the main area. It has the start of the quests and stuff in level 1. I might do the prologue just to show you guys more accurate combat of like higher levels, so it's not so boring. You can obviously use a controller in this game. I don't know how that would work with all the hotkeys. Yeah, let's go Tulio. Starts us off on a beach. Doesn't really give us that much information. Whoa. Okay. So just kind of walk around until it gives you a...
Be a scholar, but don't be just a scholar.
The questing doesn't give you a great deal of like explanation. It just kind of puts you into the situation. In this it's a bit easier, but when you first go into the actual Island of Dawn area of the game, the first area, it's kind of just like, here, do this straight away, and it doesn't give you any sense of direction really, other than a kind of like compass up in the top right corner. Oh, talk to this you already. What?
This isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah, but to the right of the, over this side here, it tells you what to do. What? I talked to all these people already. Yeah, it basically tells you what you do for the quest and etc. You can press Alt to kind of go in this mode where you move the mouse around. It has all these different like bar things. You can move your abilities around. I haven't seen any of these abilities, so when we first get into combat I'll kind of be winging it. Don't like the way this character runs, he looks like a spastic.
I'm sorry, I mean, hello?
Just trying to rush through it for you guys so I can show you the combat and get on with it a bit more.
But you're not like the rest of us. You up for a little fun? Show me what you've got.
Yes, okay. What do I have to do now? Oh yes, this is the first bit. eyes basic inventory. It also has a character screen, so you can actually see what your character's got equipped. Yeah, that's nice. Save the outfits and whatnot.
Anything we can do?
From what I understand, you can upgrade the archers so they shoot rather quick. Oh, there we go. Told you now.
For the Federation.
Oh, fuck. Hang on. Always miss that part. Hey. So
Hungry,
basically,
angry,
the first
tired.
bit looks like any other MMORPG, just simple, straight into it, questing, grinding, whatever.
Bring it.
But it has a very unique combat system. I probably should have gone a melee class or something to show you guys more.
The basics.
But this will do. You don't just really click on an enemy then leave it and while they attack just spam all your abilities. What you have to do is actually keep them, while you're doing all that, you keep the mouse on the target and you got to keep clicking to attack. You can't just kind of like click once and leave it, otherwise yeah, nothing will happen. But this game, they tried capturing like kind of an action style gameplay mixed with an MMORPG game, and I think they did rather well with that. Fucking fat shit jump. What? Well, this just sucks. There we go. Yes. Just kind of vanish, you know. I've seen some dungeon gameplay of this game. The way the AI are done and the way they look is really nice. I also like just the dungeon gameplay altogether. Overall, it looks really good. Looks like it'll be really fun. So with the chat mode, you can't actually unlock. You can't talk in global straight away and stuff as a free member. Like when you download the free to play, which is 28 gig. So it's a bit of a download if you're willing, if you like the look of this game and you want to try it out. But it is worth it for the free to play. Where it really is fat. Yeah, so you can't talk in all the chats. You've got to be, there's certain level requirements for each chat you can talk in. I think the latest one is trade chat, which is something like level 20 or 16 or something. I don't know. So we got the zombies. Yeah. Fucking cool lot gun. See how we started off in level 20. Okay. So that's what I meant about these characters. You can dish out a steady amount of damage to be able to survive by yourself. But obviously later on it's going to get harder, and you can do abilities like that. That one I just did there that deal out massive target damage to one.